Get $1,500 cash rebate on qualified HVAC systems from Premier Heating and Air. No payments for 60 days for qualified buyers. Get financing options no matter what your credit situation. Call 478-300-2633 or log on to DublinPremierIsHere.com. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 11/30/24.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach and athletic director of Dublin High School, Roger Holmes. Coach, coming off a big 63-6 first round playoff victory over Gordon Central out of Calhoun this past week. This will be our second round edition of the playoff Coaches Show. We want to go deep. Great victory up here in the Shamrock Bowl last week. I think your team, I'm going to go over some stats this week. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. 564 total yards. I think we held the opposing team to 4 yards rushing. They may have a little over 100 passing. 3 backs with over 100 yards. I think Zay Bostic with 172 yards on 9 carries. Willie Batts, 118 yards on 11 carries. And Micah O'Neill with 109 carries on, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 carries. I did notice we held Trey Bostic back a little bit. It might have been a good thing, but Trey had 3 carries for 60 yards. I mean, he's averaging 20 yards a carry. Save his legs for later in the season a little bit.
That was no intention for that.
Offensively wise, and another thing, we did get ahead. We were able to bring in some other guys in the second half and brought in Jefferson Davis, actually, who actually ended up leading the team in passing that night, 3 for 4 that night.
He was actually 3 for 3. Our stat sheet said 3 for 4, right. But that last one was the throw that Rylan Yates had. That was Rylan in there, and our stat man missed that. So
right.
Jeff had a 3 for 3 night with a touchdown, ran the midline, picked up 7 or 8 yards rushing right there. We were able to get Rylan in.
Right.
He had a couple of good series with our basically our threes in the game. Did a real good job with them, and you know, it was a good night. We played well in all 3 phases, I think. Offensively, we were able to mix it up, threw the ball a little bit, ran the option a little bit, ran pure wing tee quite a bit, and I thought Mike O'Neill had a really strong night, especially early when the game was still a competitive game.
Yep.
and he made some tremendous plays for us along those lines. I thought defensively our DBs redeemed themselves a little bit from the way that we played over at Dodge County. I like to see our young men when something's not played well, they go back to work, they refocus, and we did a really good job in our pass defense the other night. We got 3 interceptions, and
right.
I think we recovered 2 fumbles, so we collected 5 turnovers the other night.
Terrell Williams had an interception. Dejon Woodard had an interception, maybe his 3rd of the year. I don't know. He could be leading the team. Sears Tobridge really stepped it up. He had an interception, and, I mean, he played some hard-nosed football for you.
Yeah, all in all, I was overall pleased with the way we played defensively. Our front was pretty dominant. Now, when you say held a team to minus 4 yards rushing, a lot of that had to do with their failure on snaps. A lot of bad snaps, and
they had a lot.
And having to fall on it, or tackling the kid for a loss after he picked up a bad snap. It's not. They were a football team that was overmatched. They were a football team that's just now trying to learn how to play in the playoffs. They haven't been there in forever, and I thought their guys did a great job. They played as hard as they could play. You mentioned Trav Bostic not getting a whole lot of carries. Well, the guy that kept lining up opposite of him wearing number 1 for them was a load. He was a dog.
I'm glad they didn't have 5 of them.
If they'd had 5 of them, it might have been a different night. But, we were able to take advantage of some of the things that he did. It just wasn't in a scenario where we could give it to Trav to take advantage of it.
Right, and I noticed they did. We thought they were going to have him in one position coming into the game. They actually had him moved into another position. You had to make some adjustments as to
They kind of played him where we thought they'd play him. They played him with a different technique.
Okay.
And we thought he'd be lined up, head up on our tight end. Well, they just moved him out about one man, put him on that wing back, and brought a 230-pound guy with a nasty attitude down off that edge and said, if you want to run over here, come on, because I'm going to answer your call every time. And but just a really good football player, We're jumping into this week, now it's time to get ready for round 2. And we'll talk about that in the last segment. But the number one thing that we've talked about with our senior class on Monday of this week is, we're going to find out whether history repeats itself or we're going to figure out how to get through the next step. Because our senior class has been in the playoffs every year, but we've lost in round 2 each of the last 3 years. So this is a
couple of them down in the middle, I think.
Yeah. Big step for us, trying to get over the hump of that round 2 block and see if we can get to Thanksgiving week practice.
Well, when it goes from 32 to 16 or 18 or whatever, I mean, the games get harder.
They're going to get harder.
The teams get better,
Yep.
and when you get to round 2, obviously the teams, all of them are going to be better. They're there for a reason. Our kids need to understand that.
Well, there's no doubt. I think we've got a mature football team. One thing we don't do around here is we don't blow smoke at our young men about the team that we're playing. We try to point out their strengths. We point out their weaknesses. We've got to be able to defend their strengths or offset them on the offensive end and take advantage of what their weaknesses are. And, there's no reason to go out and try to tell somebody you're playing the best team in the state when your young men have got every game film they have and they look. So,
they're looking at it too.
It's not that Jasper County is the best team in the state, but they're good enough to come in here and beat you if you're not on your P's and Q's and play well.
Right, and we'll talk about Jasper County later on in our last segment. Coach, we'll take a break and come back with some more Dublin football.
Matt Hatchett is your District 155 state representative serving all of Lawrence County and supporting all of our high school teams. We hope for each of you a prosperous and successful 2024.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Rents. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op. Mid-State Tractor and Equipment has this area's largest selection of outdoor power equipment, zero-turn mowers, utility vehicles, tractors, implements, and more. Choose the industry's top brands and names you can trust, all waiting for you at Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson Street in Dublin. Call 478-272-2198 or check us out online at midstatetractorandequipment.com. Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Mid-State Tractor and Equipment.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios, but they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Hi, I'm Matt Sapp, inviting you to come see us at Dexter Meat Company. Our fresh cut meats includes cube steak, stew beef, chuck roast, chuck eye steak, ground beef, ground chuck, and if you love steaks, you'll really love our New York strip, T-bone, and our ribeye and choice or prime cuts. And our marinated steaks have a distinctive taste that you'll be sure to love. We invite all our neighbors to come see us for the freshest cut of meat. Remember, we cater to. Call ahead and we'll have it fixed for you. Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 8 to 6.
And we're back. Coach, let's go ahead and run through some highlights, and we've got a lot of them.
Well, there's several that our man Brandon Walden's pulled up for us. This is a midline option play. Micah O'Neill making the read here, doing a good job, ducking up inside, making a heck of a cut, and then accelerating downfield for a nice run there. Picked up about 40 yards on that carry.
Good blocking by your receivers out there too.
Hey, that worked so good. We're going to run it again. Zay Bostic, this time the read was to give, and Micah gives the football. Zay goes out the back door, makes a nice run, good cut. Like to see him get in the end zone, but it wasn't because he wasn't trying.
4 touchdowns for
Yeah,
Friday
4
night.
touchdowns rushing, like you said, 170 yards on 9 carries. And here we are running the power sweep down on the goal line. Did a good job. Quite frankly, I felt like the officials missed a call right here. Our tight end moved, and why they didn't see it, I don't know, but we're glad they didn't.
And they're pointing at us.
Yeah, I mean, that was not great execution, but we did block it well and got in the end zone. Defensive coordinator here, Joe Stubbs, is going to bring a little pressure on this one. We don't pressure a lot, but pick and choose every once in a while to bring some pressure, and Coach Stubbs did right here. And we get home, they have a snap that wasn't good, like we talked about earlier. But, that goes down as negative rush yards. But nice pressure, 21. Chapman making a big play up inside. So after a punt return, we get good field position right here. We run the fullback trap. Zay Bostic breaks clean again out in the secondary for his second touchdown of the night. Back over on the defensive side. Looks like Coach is bringing some pressure again. They throw the swing route outside, and, man, what a great job out of our DBs right here recovering, getting back to the football. Number 1, Trav Bostic, heck of a play, shut it down for no gain on 3rd and long. Going to get Willie Batts going now. Willie gets outside on the speed sweep. Has enough speed to turn the edge right there and picks up about 25 yards on the ground on that carry. Now we're in the second quarter. The midline that had worked well for us early in the game. Now we're back running it again, and Micah keeps it. They jumped into a different defensive front this time. They slid down to unbalanced and made it an even front and offensive line. Everybody executed had the right blocking assignments. There's Sirius Tobridge downfield with a block. Micah O'Neill in the end zone.
Big number one there.
Nice job right here by Sirius Tobridge, our half-field safety. We had a strike with our safety to that motion coming across the field. He gets down, sets the edge, back tries to bounce it. He gets off the block, makes a nice tackle. Here's one of our turnovers in the game that we created. Big play right here by number 6 for us. Playmaker upfield, reverses back inside and ends up getting on the fumble.
Is that Walker?
Yeah, it's Zontae Walker. Just did a phenomenal job on that play. He's made a lot of big plays for us lately. You know, he's starting to get the field back and just doing some great things. Here's Zay Bostic again, running the weak side belly, cutting it back. Great vision. Again, you notice they've taken the defense and slid it down. So our offensive line does a great job of
Cutting it back.
cutting it back. I want our fans right here to watch our left guard, this young man right here. Watch him come off this football and finish his block. That's Antoine Hudson, senior offensive lineman.
Pancake.
When you're getting that type of effort out of your linemen, that's why your backs are having what looks like great nights.
And we don't call their names enough.
No, they're certainly guys that got to make plays. This is a heck of a job defensively for our football team. Mike O'Neill, not only a quarterback, but a dadgum good DB also. Here's Bostic. We're running the down play. We call it Belly G. You know, I mentioned earlier in the thing about that number 1 for them, what a heck of a football player he was. And they played him a little wider, lined him up and brought him. Well, when he runs upfield like that and that guard pulls, you got a chance to kick him out, and the back runs right up underneath him. And so a heck of a job there. Heck of a block by 21. Coming off there at tight end, Chapman getting up to the next level. There's Hudson, 58, doing a great job. And Zayn, I guess that was his 3rd one of the night. Might have been his 4th one.
Chapman and Lovett had a rough time blocking that number 1, and we knew that was going to happen coming in.
Oh, yeah, but he really didn't line up on them. He slid on out on the wing backs and made them have to be the guys to handle them. Well, we handled this counter really, really well right here, and this is the play that we're going to have to do a great job of this week. If we're going to have an opportunity to win the football game, we've got to be able to stop this play.
Three or four hats to the ball there, I noticed, and that's what you're going to need this coming week.
Yep, they did a great job of defending that one. Pretty doggone good pass rush. This looks like DJ Woodard, DeJean, making this pick right here for us. Quarterback, a little pressure on him, made a little bit of an errant throw, and DJ's right there to turn it over to us.
Right. Really plays
Mike
the ball.
O'Neill does a really good job right here. He felt some pressure. He got outside the pressure. The ball was actually supposed to be thrown to the left side of the field. He pulls across, and then number 4 did a good job of adjusting his route and getting into the vision of the quarterback. So there's Trav Bostic, who didn't have but three rushes, but he had a big, nice touchdown catch for us in the course of the game.
Beautiful catch in the corner down there.
Yep, Sirius Tobridge right here. This is a play we've worked pretty hard on all week trying to defend. We did a good job of picking up the back, coming all the way across the formation in the flat. We do a pretty good job right here of being able to contain the quarterback. We knew that he would look for the crosser. Sirius Tobridge was sitting right where he needed to be and almost turned it into a dadgum touchdown. We think if he'd went back up the other sideline, he probably would have gotten in.
Beautiful return.
Here's the same belly play that we used earlier to the right to score. We go back to the left, and Antoine Hudson with another great kick-out block right there. And Zay Bostic, I guess that was his fourth touchdown rushing on the night.
Not only did he have a great offensive night, he had a great defensive night too.
Yeah, he led our team in what we call our team points and just did a really good job there. Here's a nice play. I believe that maybe Doherty right there, sophomore. We've got some young guys in. That looks like Doherty making the tackle for us right there. Micah O'Neal, we're going back and hitting the midline again that you saw us use some early in the game. And there's Zay Bostic getting out, making a long run. So maybe that's the first play, and we've already gotten through all the highlights.
All right, Coach, another great set of highlights there off of Gordon Central. I thought the kids looked real good. They blocked, they ran the ball just like they should have. Defense looked good. We'll be back. We'll take a break, have a word from our sponsors, and be back with some more Dublin football.
Hey, I'm Perry at Williamson's Bakery. For 60 years, my family's bakery has supported area athletic programs. And I would like to personally thank you for supporting us. And I'd also like to say, go Irish, go Falcons, go Raiders, and go Crusaders. Come in today for all your bread needs, your pies, your donuts, and all your birthday cakes. If you'd like to do a special order, give us a call at 272-3344. Check us out on Facebook as well. So if you need a special order for a tailgate, give us a call the day before. We'd love to take care of you. So call or come by today. We're located at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, or you can call us at 478-272-3344, or you can catch us on Facebook. Williamson's Bakery, waking and baking since 1965.
I didn't choose this line of work. It chose me. Those days when it seems impossible to get everything done are the days I live for. It's my passion. If you do what you're passionate about every day, you'll never work a day in your life.
Hi, I'm Greg Carter with Shamrock Honda Kawasaki CF Moto. Come check out our full lineup of ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. We serve Dublin, Lawrence, and Central Georgia areas, and we'd love to serve you.
It's game time, and Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales is geared up and ready for a doggone good season. Wayne Kemp has the lineup that can't be beat. From economy and sports cars to work trucks and family vehicles, Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales is where teamwork will make the dream work. So come on in today and see TJ, Trey, Alan, Britt, or any of the friendly sales staff at Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales, 606 East Jackson Street in Dublin. Call 478-275-2010 or log on to DublinAutoSalesGA.com. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales for a doggone good deal. You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
Georgia Pools is now your authorized RecTech dealer. Summer's here and the temperature's rising, so make a big splash with friends and family now with a pool from Georgia Pools. Or relax in a luxurious hot tub or sauna. No down payments and easy financing. Don't wait a year for your pool. Georgia Pools has the manpower to get the job done. Georgia Pools has a large selection of pool chemicals and accessories. Come see our selection of Yeti coolers, tumblers, cups, and more. Call Georgia Pools today at 478-275-3607 or come by and see us at 1201 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin. Georgia Pools, your authorized RecTech dealer.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction.
And I'm Chandler Gerard. We would like to wish the best of luck to our local high school teams in the upcoming playoffs.
Here at A+ Flooring and Construction, we love to support our kids in our community, so y'all go out and support them at each one of these games. We would love for you to come shop with us at 371 Georgia Highway 338 in Dublin, or 234 Main Street in Eastman, Georgia. Or give us a call at 478-676-2662 or call us at 478-559-1280. Thank you for shopping with us.
And we're back. We'll go ahead and get into our second round opponent, Jasper County, another team coming in here out of North Georgia. A lot of times, playoff times, used to you kind of knew something about the teams we were playing, the way they're doing it. GHSA is doing it this year, the way it's fallen. You got another team coming out of North Georgia. A lot of times we don't know the coach. We don't know a lot about the coaches. You're having to scramble and get films, scramble and talk to folks about what they run. What can you tell us about Jasper County?
Well, they've got a very good football coach and a young man named Ashley Henderson. Ashley coached at Valdosta for a while, went over and took a head coaching job at Valwood, GISA school, and he won, 2 or 3 state championships at Valwood, so obviously a very good football coach. He left there, he took the job at Thomas County Central, kind of got it headed back in the right direction. Thomas County Central decided to make a change. We can look and see where Thomas County Central is right now.
Right.
They're one of the better football teams in a larger classification in our state, and I think Coach Henderson had a lot to do with that.
Of course he did.
Kind of starting that turnaround. He's gone to Jasper County, which is Monticello. I didn't know if that would be considered Middle Georgia or North Georgia, but
it's
probably Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
But, when you look at them, they're a football team from the offensive side of the football is running an offense that I've never had to defend before in that style of offense. It's really Coastal Carolina, a college-style triple option offense that's run out of the gun, but it uses a bunch of misdirection offensive line pulls to set up their option game.
And you knew nothing about this until Saturday morning.
Saturday morning is the first time that we had an opportunity to see them and see what they were doing. Number one, our defensive ends, if we can't stop the counter, it's going to be a long night. Those D tackles, D ends, Mike linebacker, edge personnel in our 4-3 got to do a really tremendous job in order to be able to stop the counter. Off of that counter comes all their option game. So another defensive end, you got to make choices. Either you can let the end chase and try to catch the counter from behind. Well, if you do that, the quarterback, if he's reading it, pulls it, and now there's an option game going back the other way.
You got to have somebody covering the quarterback and then covering the pitch.
You got to be on quarterback and pitch, and then they've got a unique little thing off of that where it looks like triple option, and now they're taking the split end and running him underneath and throwing a tunnel screen to him off a play that looks like option. So it's got a lot of misdirection to it, similar to a wing T style offense, but they're running a lot of triple option. Now, when you talk about their personnel, they're a football team with a quarterback and 2 running backs and a wide receiver that are dangerous as all get out. They're really, really, really home run type hitters. If they get out in the open, they can take things to the house. And all that option and spread stuff creates running lanes.
Right.
That makes you have to defend from side to side. They don't throw the football a great deal. They will take, some underneath passing game quite a bit. They haven't done a lot of taking deep shots, but they do, so you can't go to sleep on the back end. When you talk about them defensively, they're going to run a defensive scheme, I think, very similar to we saw last week, which is a slant 50. It's an odd front. It looks like they try to play a lot of cover 3 out of that.
Okay.
And, so from that standpoint, they're pretty quick up front in their defensive line. Not huge, in the 210 to 230 range for most of them. And when you look at them, they're all wearing back numbers for the most part. You don't see many lineman numbers.
They're skill folks.
Yeah, they're quicker kids that can move around and be physical and create problems with their slant game. and all those type of things. So, you know, we've got to be able to figure out, try to predict which way they're going, try to find ways to take advantage of them slanting one way and us going the other. If we're able to figure that out through the course of the night.
So your kids are really, I think what you're saying is your kids really this week are going to have to play some very, very disciplined football.
I think that's the key every week, but this week I think that's definitely, from a defensive standpoint, it's about assignment. It's not about just lining up and running to the football. You've got to be assignment sound as anytime you play the triple option. But I grew up that way as a high school football coach back when a lot of people were running the option. And anytime you scheme a defense,
right,
the first thing you have to ask yourself is, all right, what are our option responsibilities? Who has dive? Who has quarterback? Who has pitch?
I've heard that from you before.
You know, you've got to be able to be sound defensively. To me, you have to be able to answer that question with whatever you're doing in your defensive system. So it'll be a tough scenario for us, just simply being able to defend that stuff.
Well, I think they'll have a tough time defending us with 2,000-yard rushers and a quarterback that has got 1,000 yards all-purpose already this year. It's kind of a tough. You got to look at their side of it too. They're going to have a tough time trying to come together and come together with a scheme to defend us too, I hope.
Well,
bragging on my Dublin Irish.
Well, and that's a fair statement, because it's going to be real hard for our scout team to simulate what they do.
Absolutely.
Well, it's also hard for somebody that's always in the gun in a spread team to take their kids and be able to go under center and simulate what we do, especially when you start talking about the timing of it and the fluidity of a good wing T offense. It's got to be hard for a team to get their scout team to be able to simulate that in a practice way.
Right, absolutely. Well, Coach, we're gonna wrap things up. This should be the only football game this week here in the county. I think everybody else is out, and so what we want to do is invite everybody in the county, Trinity, West Lawrence, East Lawrence folks, to come out to the Shamrock Bowl, support your team that's left in Dublin playing football. Tailgate group will have a big tailgate going out back Friday afternoon, and I'm sure we'll have a parade and whatnot. So we want to invite everybody in the county to come out and support our Dublin Irish out here at the Shamrock Bowl.
Well, I think everybody's had a good, solid year of football.
They have.
I think everybody's happy with where their teams got to this year. You know, and I tip my hat to all the teams within the county, because I think
absolutely
it's been a really good year of high school football. We're still fortunate to be able to play this week, and if we can find a way to get through this one, look forward to being able to practice again on Thanksgiving, because we hadn't got to do that in over 3 years.
That's right, Coach. It's always a great feeling when you come out here on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock and watch the kids run around out here at the Shamrock Bowl. We're going to take things a game at a time, a week at a time this week, so we'll wrap things up. We'll be back next week with some highlights of Jasper County.
Let me throw in before we get away.
Okay.
GHSA tickets for the playoffs, you can only purchase those off of GoFan.
Right.
Okay, and Jason will put that link up here on this video, but you have to purchase them on GoFan. And
how much?
Ticket prices for round 2 are $12.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, we'll wrap things up, and we'll be back with some highlights next week of Jasper County.
Friendly Gus says, what you need for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Come by and get a 3-piece combo, 2-piece pork chop combo, or a 2-piece white meat special, each for just $7.49. All combos come with tater logs and a drink. You can also get a family meal deal, 8 pieces of chicken, tater logs, rolls, all for just $18.99. Come by in the morning, check out our breakfast. Sausage biscuit patties are just 99 cents. Steak biscuits, 2 for $6. We have these specials in so much more. So come by and enjoy Friendly Gus today. Friendly Gus, serving Middle Georgia for over 100 years. Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last. Count on the winning team at Farmers State Bank for a complete lineup of banking services to simplify your life. Safe and convenient banking on the go. Choose a debit or credit card for your personal and business account. And count on secure service that guard and protect your spending. At Farmers State Bank, your success is our success. And the team at Farmers State Bank is committed to serving you. Farmers State Bank, Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. B&S Industrial Contractors, your partner for success. Competent professionals and advanced equipment for any mechanical and construction work. Your trusted construction partner is B&S. From start to finish, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of managing experience. From large industrial and power generation facilities to crane rentals, B&S Industrial Contractors, capable of handling all project phases, from design through startup and delivery. Contact B&S Industrial Contractors at 478-275-2128.
You want to know why we ride? Maybe it's because everything looks better with a fresh coat. It's putting on your Sunday best and catching up with old friends. And who doesn't love going into the office? We ride because out here, we can be our true selves, dirt and all. Maybe that's why.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line sales and service dealer for Can-Am Off-Road.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
you can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
It's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
We have a lot to be thankful for here at Dublin Nissan, and we'd like to pass on those blessings to our customers with savings like these. The 2024 Frontiers starting at $34,180. We do Thanksgiving well here at Dublin Nissan.